If you're looking for a very soft, very delicious strawberry cake, then you are at the right place. This strawberry cake is very soft and very delicious. You're going to enjoy every bit of it. And this is my first time actually making a strawberry cake and love every bit of it. Welcome to the sunshine side of YouTube. My name is Teresa Metuka and you're highly welcome to my channel today. So the first thing I want to do is to get ready my strawberry jam. So I'm just zesting my lemon. So I'm just using my grater to just remove the back of the lemon. So that's the lemon zest. So we need that to make our strawberry jam. So this cake was actually inspired by MK Cake. So I saw her recipe and I decided to give it a try. I just did some little twist and that was it. So it's a very wonderful recipe for you to try out. It's a very soft and delicious cake. So I'm just also prepping for my lemon juice. So I'm just squeezing out my lemon juice. If you're new to my channel, it's good to have you here. My name is Teresa Metuka. So don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, turn on your post notification to get notified when I drop new video. So my strawberry here, I make use of frozen strawberry, but you can make use of the fresh one. I'm just washing this and just cutting this into to remove the top of the strawberry and then just half it and move to the next process. For the ingredient list and measurement, I've placed it in the description box below, or you can also check the pinned comments in my comment section. So that's where you can find the ingredient list and measurement. I would advise that you make use of a scale instead of a measuring cup so that you can have accurate measurements and you can also have the similar results with what I have here. So into this, I'm just going to place this into a pot and then add in some sugar, add in some lemon zest and our lemon juice. Mix everything together. So we want to cook this on medium to low heat and you want to stir this at interval. Make sure you are stirring this at interval or constantly so that it doesn't get burnt. We are cooking this for 10 minutes. Do not forget to stir this at interval so that it doesn't get burned and cook this on medium to low heat. So after 10 minutes of cooking this, you need to get an instrument to use to mash your strawberry so that it can get softened easily. So you can use whatever that you can use to press down the strawberries so that it can mash up completely. So that's what I'm just doing. So one thing I love about this recipe is that it's beginners friendly and you can't really go wrong with it. If you just follow this recipe the way I'm explaining it, I promise you have a very beautiful, delicious strawberry cake. Is very easy to follow and this strawberry cake is very soft and delicious. So as my strawberry is cooking gel, I'm going to cook that for another 10 minutes ago. Again, I'm mixing some cornstarch and water. So my cornstarch is looking yellow because I didn't have cornstarch, so I had to make use of custard powder because custard powder is just basically cornstarch and yellow food coloring and vanilla extract. So that's why I just combined everything because I also know that it's not going to alter the color of my strawberry, so that's why I'm using it. But make sure you use cornstarch, but if you don't have cornstarch, you can just go with your custard powder because we're not using much here, we're just using very little. And then add that into your strawberry and then you want to stir this continuously, and we are cooking this for a minute. So we are going to be stirring this continuously for a minute. This is to help reduce the raw taste of the cornstarch. You just want this to bind together. That's why we are using the cornstarch slurry. So you can skip the cornstarch if you don't want, but it's just going to help to make sure everything binds together. And so after a minute of cooking this, so just leave this to cool down before you use it in your cake. So the next thing you want to do is just to sieve some all-purpose flour and add in your cornstarch. So like I said, I'm using custard powder because I don't have cornstarch, but if you have cornstarch, make sure you use cornstarch. I just added some baking powder and some salt, so mix everything together and set aside. Do not forget, you can check the description box for the ingredients list and measurement, or the pinned comments in the comment section. Do not forget to give this video a like and comment below. I would love to hear from you. So the next thing I'm doing is just to combine some milk and also strawberry jam. So this is optional, but it's highly recommended to add in some food coloring, that's red food coloring. You can use the gel type, or basically in Nigeria here we usually use this powder one. It always comes out beautifully, so just add very little. So if you're making use of the gel type, just use like a drop or 2 drops, and if you're making use of the powdered one, just add very little to it. This is just to enhance the color and to make your cake visually very attractive. Or like I said, is optional, but is highly recommended. So just mix everything together until everything is beautifully combined. If you have any question regarding to this recipe, do not forget to drop it in the comment section below. I will definitely respond to any question that you have regarding to this video. So once you've combined everything together, set this aside until we are ready to use it. So the next thing you want to do is just to add into your mixer bowl some oil, some butter and sugar, and you want to cream this on medium to low speed for 3 to 5 minutes. So you can use margarine as well. So if you're making use of salted butter, so there's no need of adding salt to your dry ingredients. That's when we combined our flour, our baking powder and salt. So if you're making use of salted butter, there is no need of you adding salt to that, or to your dry ingredients. So after some minutes, do not forget to scrape the bottom and side of the bowl in order for all the ingredients to combine beautifully. So you can see we are almost here. So we want to cream this until our mixture is light and fluffy. After the mixture is light and fluffy, the next thing you want to add is egg white, and we're adding the egg whites one at a time. Do not add everything at once, just add it one at a time and cream at each addition for 15 seconds. The reason why we are making use of only egg whites and not the whole egg is to make the cake light and fluffy, and also not to alter the color of the cake. If we use the whole egg, it might affect the color of the cake. We want the color of the cake to pop, so that's why we are making use of only egg white and not the whole egg. So after you've added the whole egg white, so the next thing you want to do is just to add a portion of your strawberry mix, and also add in some vanilla extract and some white vinegar. You can also add in just some strawberry flavor. So if you have, I didn't have, so that's why I didn't add it, but the strawberry flavor is going to definitely make your cake smells so strawberry like. And so you just want to mix this until it is fairly combined. So try as much as possible at this time not to over mix your mixture, because this is going to affect the cake. So we are done with our mixer for now. So the next thing we are going to do is to use the fold in method. So right now we are adding our dry ingredients. Like I always say in my recipe, so whenever you are alternating the dry and the wet ingredients, so make sure you start with the dry ingredients and make sure you end with the dry ingredients. So we added some portion of the dry ingredients, and then we are going to alternate with the portion of our strawberry mix. So that's how we are going to go. So we are adding our strawberry mix at this point in 2 addition, and we're adding our dry ingredients in 3 addition. So like I said, if you don't understand any part of this video, do not forget to call my attention to it in the comment section. So if you like cake making, you can check my other previous recipe. I have loads of different yummy recipes for you to try, as I have different type of cake: coconut cake, chocolate cake, vanilla cake, red velvet cake, just name it. You can find all that in my channel. So I'm going to drop the playlist for all this video. Just check the description box for the playlist with different type of recipes. So I just tagged them desserts, but maybe I'll change the name later to cake, so you can watch my other previous recipe and you'll have yourself beautiful cake for you to try it. I promise you, if you've tried any of my cake before, you will know that I do drop one of the best cake recipes and they are very easy to follow. So at this point, your oven should be preheated. We are baking this cake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So at this point, your oven should be preheated. So once you've mixed everything, you can bake at once so that you don't have to wait for your oven to start preheating. So make sure at this point in time, your oven should be preheating. And before even starting your cake, you should have gotten ready your cake pan ready. So I've already gotten my ready and I've finished mixing my batter. So I'm just going to pour that into my prepare cake pan. So I just lined my pan with some parchment paper. So you can double this recipe to have a bigger cake. So I would have just used a smaller cake pan, but anyway, I just went with a big cake pan. But if you are following this recipe, so just make sure that you just use a smaller cake pan, and that's it. I just baked this cake for 15 minutes and it was ready. So I inserted my toothpick and I brought it out and it came out clean, and that's to show that my cake is ready. You can see the cake, super delicious. I love every bit of it. So you can reduce your food coloring. I think I went overboard with my food coloring and it's almost looking like a red velvet cake, but when I tell you, it is super soft and is super delicious. You can feel the strawberry in it. You know that you are eating a strawberry cake. It is super lovely, and I hope you're going to give this recipe a try. It is very well done. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the other flip side. Bye for now. Lots of kisses.